Welcome to the I Can Do That podcast. I'm Jem Fadling, spiritual formation coach, author, and founding partner of Unhurried Living. With 30 years experience in spiritual formation, I help people grow by combining grounded optimism with practical spirituality. This effective dynamic will guide you onto the path of discernment so that you can transform your hopes into habits. Each episode, I'll share one practical idea with one simple takeaway. Together, we'll grow at the pace of transformation, and you'll move into your day saying to yourself, I can do that. Welcome to the I Can Do That podcast. I'm so glad you're leaning in right from the beginning. The energy that gave birth to this podcast really emerged from my own need for keeping things simple. Life can, of course, be complicated, but we can learn to nurture an unhurried heart. We can adjust our inner pace so that we become responders rather than reactors to the flurry around us. So I'm looking forward to walking with you week by week as we explore this together. Well, let's begin at the beginning with the very title of this podcast. What does I Can Do That mean, and how will it help? Well, a few years ago, shortly after we founded our nonprofit, Unhurried Living, I was preparing to facilitate a day retreat for women. And as I was getting ready that morning, I noticed some familiar inner dynamics. I was nervous because I was trying to hold all of my content in my head, which I believed would give me a sense of control. For some reason, my content felt elusive, even though I was well prepared, and so my anxiety rose. I thought to myself, this is not the tone I want to set for the women. I've got to do something to calm down. So in order to release some anxiety, I decided to shift my focus to love. Instinctively, I knew this would help me, so I pulled up the message version of Romans 12 on my phone, and I began to listen while I continued fixing my hair, which is what you do when you're getting ready to be in front of people, right? So anyway, I was halted by two phrases. The first was this: let's just go ahead and be what we were made to be. Again, let me say it again. Let's just go ahead and be what we were made to be. I heard this phrase and immediately thought to myself, I can do that. I can be who I was made to be. I can absolutely do that. The second phrase that caught my attention was this: love from the center of who you are. And again, I thought to myself, well, I can do that too. I love these women and the process that we'll be engaging together today. So it was the I can do that part that quieted my anxious thoughts. Rather than being overwhelmed by all the moving parts of facilitating an event, I relaxed into these two doable invitations: be who I am and love from the center of who I am. I can do both of those things. And the truth was that I didn't have to have everything memorized. My performance was not the center of the occasion. The women were the center. So from there, I was able to ease into the morning, welcoming each woman as she arrived, knowing that all I had to do was be myself and love each person. And the reason I could ease into this flow is because I was well prepared. I had already done the work of planning, composing, and praying. I just needed to let it flow. Not trusting this is what led to my anxious thoughts. I noticed my anxiety and I decided that it wasn't my best move for that morning. I paused long enough to connect with a helpful thought, which was, you might want to shift to love. And it was just a matter of taking that next simple step. And from there, the rest flowed. And I can do that attitude is about breaking free from the things that hold us back or push us down. And whether it be the thoughts in our own head or voices from outside of us, we can choose to blossom forth in all our glorious beauty, one simple step at a time. So you can't change what you don't see, and change can only begin right here and right now. So we begin by taking the time to be honest and curious about what's happening within us. And from that place, we move out with optimism and then ultimately hope. In this way, we can become who we know we are. And like you, my life is full of wonderful relationships and responsibilities, and each one has the capacity to become overly complicated, if only in my own mind. Now, I Can Do That is about simplifying. It's about taking the whole and breaking it down into parts so that our growth is not impeded by the scale of the task. So let's not waste any more time hiding. Let's not settle for denial or numbing or procrastination. Deep within you is a gift, and even if you never shared it, it would still be as beautiful. The good news, however, is that your gift is for the giving, and we all get to benefit from who you are and what you offer. It's time to enjoy more freedom. So, are you with me? Let's engage in I Can Do That attitude that's fueled by grace and energized by love. Now, here's your I Can Do That for this week. Ponder the phrases, let's just go ahead and be what we were made to be, and love from the center of who you are. In one situation this week, call this to mind and then do it. Be who you are and love from the center of that place. And then notice what happens inside of you, as well as the impact it has on others. Remember, you are making your way forward one small, simple, and gracious step at a time. If you love what you just heard, please follow, rate, and review this podcast. This helps more people find us, and I really appreciate your help. You can also text this episode to a friend so they can join you on this journey. Together, let's move at the pace of grace and grow at the pace of transformation. If you'd like to connect with me and Unhurried Living further, I invite you to sign up for Unhurried Daily. For 40 days, we'll send you a brief daily email that will serve as a touch point for an unhurried inner pace. It's just a few sentences with a practical question, prayer, or tip. So sign up now on our website at unhurriedliving.com.